Trip to Detroit on the line the day after Thanksgiving as we welcome Michael Burwell from the Toledo Blade. As Bowling Green in Miami, the winner's going to go to Detroit. The loser might go to Detroit too, but the easiest thing for the Falcons is just a win on Friday.
Yeah, just take care of business. Don't put it in anyone else's fate or hands. Yeah, the winner heads to Detroit, and I mean, what a matchup this is going to be. I mean, the two hottest teams in the MAC. BG's won 5 in a row. Miami's won 6 in a row. Both playing at such a high level right now. This is if you're BG, this is what you want: a home game, a meaningful late November game with a trip on the line to the MAC championship game. So a lot of excitement for sure in Bowling Green this week.
Which it's amazing because if you go back 6-7 weeks ago, a Bowling Green team that lost a couple of tough games, lost a game that they perhaps should have won, and maybe a very distracted Bowling Green team that was very frustrated in Scott Loeffler's mind by what was going on outside the program. And now they're one win away from getting to the MAC championship game for the first time in almost 10 years.
Right. Yeah, a lot that Coach Loeffler does not want to talk about, but he brings up on a consistent basis. It happened kind of in the middle of the year. There were some tough moments for the team. Obviously, yeah, you look at the Old Dominion loss, not a good loss. The Northern Illinois loss, probably a winnable game that they could have taken care of. So a couple of tough moments in there, but I mean, they've just absolutely been on a roll. And along with a 5-game winning streak, they've won 6 of 7. So, you remember, look way back. I think the team was 2-4 at one point, 1-3 for the however many straight year, and look at them now. They're 7-4, 6-1 in the MAC, and really just rolling. So, yeah, kind of got through that little bit of a tough stretch early on, and I mean, this team's playing with so much confidence right now. The defense has been phenomenal against some really, really high-powered MAC offenses here recently.
And they're going to face another high-powered offense in this Red Hawk team, a well-rested Red Hawk team as Miami. They played last Tuesday, had the weekend off. Of course, Bowling Green played on Saturday. And some people want to point to that, and Scott Loeffler's having none of that. It's not an excuse. We got healthy 2 weeks ago. They get healthy this week. It doesn't matter. We're going to play on Friday.
Yeah, that's kind of been the kind of theme, especially with Loeffler and a couple of the players. Some of the players, they want to be ready. They were ready to go after the Ball State game. So, obviously, it is going to make a difference. 6 days versus 10 days off. And, BG's definitely a little more banged up right now than they would like to be. So, kind of a shortened week. Obviously, they've had to adjust to MACtion and so many schedules over the years that, they know what they're doing. But it is going to be interesting to see. Miami will be very well rested and have had a few more days of preparation. BG, just, after the Ball State win, here we go, right away to Miami. So, we'll see if that plays a factor on Friday.
Bowling Green may or may not have Harold Fannin Jr. on Friday. It'll be a game-time decision. The other receivers have stepped up of late for the Falcons, including Raekwon Smith, your MAC Player of the Week.
Yeah, what a game for him. 3 touchdowns against Ball State. Had a nice little 1-yard run on a little sweep. I think a 66-yard reception, quick catch, and just darted up the left sideline. And then he added a nice touchdown grab late in the fourth quarter. He's had some really great moments this season. I think he had a long touchdown run against Texas A&M. I think he did well against Toledo. He's really had some moments, and they need him to step up big time. The wide receiver room is so depleted. There's nobody left. Malcolm Johnson Jr. is really playing well. Smith is starting to do well. Other than that, there's just not many guys getting receptions, and part of that is because Harold Fannin Jr. is wide open every play, and you go to him first, obviously. But they definitely need Smith to, not only in the pass game, but in the run game as well. BG obviously has some great running backs. Terrion Stewart, Jason Patterson, Jamal Johnson, they've used a lot. But you throw in Smith in there as well, and they're really that's why BG's been so effective running the ball, is they have 3 or 4 guys, and all of them are different style backs that can do damage, either up the middle or out wide.
Yeah, Scott Loeffler this week even compared the Bowling Green wide receiver room to an NFL wide receiver room, but not necessarily in a good way, talking about the lack of depth in the NFL. You only have a 53-man roster, 120 guys on a college football roster, and there's just not that many receivers for the Falcons. What are the areas of matchup that are the biggest concerns for Bowling Green going into this game?
I think just looking at Miami's defense overall, I mean, they're playing well, and they completely dominated BG last year. Now, that was early in the year last year. It feels like an eternity ago since they played that game, but that was a 27-0 Miami win in which BG had 130 yards of offense and literally could not do anything. So you definitely are concerned about Miami's defense. If they get any pressure from the defensive line, front and seven, if they get any pressure on quarterback Connor Bazelak, could be a long day. That's what Northern Illinois did so well. BG marched right down the field on its opening possession for a touchdown and literally couldn't do anything the rest of the game. And the huge reason was because of Northern Illinois' pressure. If Miami if they stop the run and then can get to Bazelak as well, then it could be a really long day for BG.
In that 2023 game against Miami, a turning point for Connor Bazelak, in Scott Loeffler's opinion, as he feels like his quarterback has got his team poised for the MAC championship game. We'll find out Friday at noon in Wood County. I want to thank Michael Burwell from Citadel Blade for joining us. Thank you, Michael.
Yep, thank you.